What's up, everybody? How you guys doing? You good? Hope you all. I hope you all. Of course you all, man. Of course you all. It's another day, another dollar, right? I actually took a nap on the floor. I've been really tired today. I've had a headache for the whole day. But we're here now after a little nap. I actually woke up from, snoring. You know how it goes. You wake yourself up when you just like that. It's crazy. I figured we keep working on this one and maybe talk about something. I don't know what brush I should use today. I want to use a smaller one. I'm going to use this one. Yes. So how you guys doing? You good? You're not stressing, I hope. We talked a little bit about stress yesterday, and I figure we can keep talking about it today. Like, stress is never good. It's good to stress your body. You know, when you train, when you work out, you stress your body. But like feeling stressed out, that's never good. It's never good to feel stressed out, and when you do, if you feel stressed out, what you can do is, or what I usually do, I try to get back to the here and now. So, like a good thing or a good way to get back to that is through meditation. And I like to meditate because you get back to the present. The easiest way to get to what kind of, like, some people ask me like what kind of meditations they should do, and I mean there's so many different meditations that you can do, but I feel like the easiest one and probably one of the best ones is actually just focusing on your breath. That's the easiest one. Like, you just observe your breath, just focus on your breath. Your mind will wander, and that's okay. When it does, just come back to your breath. That will put you in the here and now, and it's a great way to get into meditation. That's the first kind of meditation that I did. Like, when I learned to meditate, it was that kind. I want to get back to like meditating regularly. I actually talked to one of my friends yesterday, and we like to do challenges. We like to challenge ourselves. So our last challenge, which ended about 2 weeks ago, I'd say, around the time that I got this place, was 75 hard. So we did 75 hard. Andy Frisella's 75 hard. I've done it before. Like, me and the same guy, We did it before, like me and my friend, about 2 years ago. We did it, and back then it was kind of easy because we were so like hyped on doing it, so it was easy. But this time it was so much harder. It's kind of funny how that goes, because like in the beginning I was like, I didn't want to do it, but he told me like, we have to do it, man, like, and I felt like I can't be worse than him, you know, like he can't be better than me. Like if he does it and I don't do it, he's better than me. So I realized I had to do it as well, and yeah, I wasn't stoked, but in the beginning it went good. But then after 27 days, I forgot to take a picture of myself, and that was pretty annoying, because then I had to start over. I had to start over on day one. So that's the thing with the 75 hard challenge. It's not a challenge, it's a program that you do. But it is a challenge to get through with the program, because every day for 75 days straight, you work out twice a day, you drink a gallon of water, you read 10 pages of like a self-help book. You what else? You like my mind is wandering now, like, because there's so many things I think about. I try to speak about 75 hard. At the same time, I'm making a line with my brush, and I realize I need to get that the hair dryer. I forgot about that. I have to put that on my list of things I have to get and do. Like I was gonna buy more hooks today, like smaller hooks. Forgot about that. There's something else I was gonna buy. Shelves. Forgot about that. So I just came here with a headache, and I cleaned up a little bit, and then I lay down on the floor and I just passed out. But yeah, the 75 hard. So you do two workouts. One have to be outside. Two 45-minute workouts. One have to be outside. You drink 1 gallon of water. You read 10 pages of a book, like a non-fictional book, or like a self-help book, something that you can learn from. You follow a diet. You're not allowed to drink alcohol. There's one more thing. You take a progress picture every day, and that was the thing that I forgot to do. So I forgot on day 27, I forgot to take a progress picture. So if you miss one of the things, so if you read 9 pages instead of 10 pages, or you miss a picture, you have to start over from day 1. So on day 27, I failed, so I had to start over. So I did essentially 102 days, before I finished the 75 hard program. The first time I did it 2 years ago, I did 75 days in a row, like without, like there was no problem. But I used a different system back then as well. Like I had post-it notes on my wall or on my door that every day I pulled down when I was done with all the things. So I kept track on all my things, but this time I just tried to keep it in my head. That didn't work. So after that, I downloaded the app. He has an app as well where you can track your progress. But if you're gonna get the app, understand that after your 75 days, you won't get like what I thought I was gonna get, like like a comparison picture of your progress pictures. So like on day 1 and day 75 put together, like I expected that, but didn't get that. So I had to make my own. I think that's just something they should have in the app. But yeah, so I talked to my friend yesterday and we talked about challenges, like that we want to do something new, something else this time. And we talked about what we should do, and we're not hyped on doing like a workout thing. We're more hyped on, like we like doing hard stuff, like don't get me wrong. But this time we want to do something else. So we want to do something like with the mental. So he asked me like, bro, what are you thinking? Like, can you put something together? Like if you put like a challenge together and we do that, and then we do that for 30 days, and then next time I'll do one, and we do that one for 30 days. So I was thinking that we could do 30 minutes of meditation a day. So either you split it up into smaller meditations during the day, or you do one full 30-minute, and 10 things you have to say or write down. Say, I guess, or maybe write down 10 things that you're grateful for, and 3 things that you are proud of yourself for. So those things each day is what we're gonna do, or that's what I'm thinking we should do. Dude, it's pretty crazy. This color, I'm using the fluorescent pink right now on the black, and of course you can't like see much. The black is eating up all the paint. But it's kind of telling me that this fluorescent paint, it's not thick at all. Like we have to do like a lot of layers, but that can be cool. I mean, that can be cool. All right, let's do this. Damn. So I wanted to get new hooks today to pull this painting down a bit because it's too high. I don't like to work that high. But yeah, the black is eating up the pink. But that's something we could figure out. We we should have figured out, or I thought it would eat up all the pink, but you know, like I said yesterday, we're not doing anything special. Like, there's no pressure here. We're just trying out new colors, how they're working. Like, these might look cool. I don't even know if you can see anything. Yeah, might go. I think I have another pink, maybe just red. Yeah. I have a magenta. Maybe I can do something with that. But I'll do that later. But yeah. 10 things that you're grateful for. Like, that's such a good thing to practice. You know, every day. Say to yourself what you're grateful for. Like, that puts you in a great state of mind. And especially if you do it in the morning. I mean, that's when you set up for the day and you start off by thinking about what you're grateful for. And that's really great. Damn, it's eating it up so much. Like, it turns red. I think we actually have to pause this fluorescent pink and do some other pink, or create a pink mix, some magenta and white. These are all full of old color. Let's see if I have at least one which is empty. I don't think I do though. No. I can barely get it up. What the hell? There we go. Look at this. But this is green though. But we're gonna use this one. Yep, that's what we're gonna do. I think. Okay, so I don't need to mix. We're just gonna use magenta by itself. But yeah, this black, it's eating up the colors. So a lot of layering. Like we said, we don't care about that. What a challenge. You like to challenge yourself? What kind of challenges do you like to do? Like, I've done a few challenges. One thing that I really want to do too, it's darkness retreat. I don't know if you guys have tried it, but like, stay in a room that's totally dark, no light pollution at all, like from anywhere, like you won't see a thing. It's all black all day, every day, as long as you're in there. You know, that's something I would love to try. It looks amazing. I got done a few Vipassana meditation retreats. I've done that, so kind of want to do something else, you know. I feel like that could be one thing. I want to experience that DMT release. I think that could be cool. It's easy to judge. Like, I don't know if we talked about this last time, but we're not supposed to judge what we're doing because we're just doing. Like, we're just getting into painting again. Like, I haven't painted for a really long time. But you know, it's kind of funny how art goes through stages, especially painting. Like your painting goes through some stages. Like it goes through, like you always get to that ugly ass phase where you're not at all happy about like what it looks like, or you know, like the ugly phase we used to call it in school. That's just something you have to deal with, right? And don't judge, like keep going. Like that's like the um, that's like the part when you don't believe in yourself or don't believe in the process and the painting, and like, oh, this is never gonna work, you know. And you feel that in a lot of things you do, you know. Like it's not just in painting or in art, it's in basically everything, you know. You start to doubt yourself. It's a really common trait. Everyone does, even the best, you know. Everybody doubts themselves from time to time and doubt the process, but if you keep at it, you know, you're gonna come out victorious in the end. Like you have to, like you have to. It that's just how it goes. Like if you do it long enough, like how can it not work out, you know? If you do it long enough, it has to work out. If you believe in the process. It's like working out, you know, training in the gym. Like eventually you're gonna build muscle. You might not see it like in the first few weeks or months, but eventually it will happen, you know. I feel like it's kind of the same with this, like doing YouTube videos and stuff like that. Like I have a few videos on my channel, but I haven't like really done YouTube, you know what I'm saying? Like put my effort into it. Like I've uploaded some videos and whatnot, but I haven't like, you know, devoted myself to, you know, creating YouTube videos, or like kind of like I want to do now. So like my goal is of course to get monetized, but you have to put in the effort. You have to make the videos, you have to do it, and eventually, like, I don't know if I have to do 400 million fucking videos before I can get monetized. But if that's the case, then that's the case. You know, it's only up to me to keep going. You know what I mean? Like that's a challenge. It's a real challenge. But I mean, it's doable. You know what I mean? Like as long as you keep going, eventually it will happen. Like, it may take you 500 tries to land your first kickflip. It might take you one time, you know? It's different from everybody. And that's the thing. Like, we all have a unique life and like a unique print into this world. But like, comparison is the thief of joy. So if we compare ourselves to someone else's progress, or like, you know, like for example, there's some YouTube channels that, like art channels that make a lot of money. I guess like they're monetized. I don't know how much money they make, but at least they make money. You know what I mean? I don't know. They might have been doing this like for super long. And then there's some like who have not done it as long, like me. But let's say I'm level 1 right now. Like, it would be stupid for me to compare myself to someone who's at like level 20. Like, of course I'm gonna lose. You know, if you play video games, you know what I'm talking about. Like, you can't win against someone who has a higher level. Or, I mean, you can, but like, it's much easier to win if you have a higher level than someone you're fighting, right? Or playing against, or wherever it may be. You know what I mean? So, again, comparison is the thief of joy. That's why I like just art and like skateboarding, snowboarding, skiing, all those things where it's not about like, oh yeah, of course you can judge them like, oh, this guy is the best, this guy is the best if you compete. But it's not about competing. That's the thing. Like, it's about, I don't know what it's about. It's about expressing yourself. That's what it's about. These spray cans, I need to get a shelf or something for them, because they're in the way all the time. But yeah, like I said, comparison is stupid. That's something we shouldn't do. And like I said, with skateboarding, snowboarding, skiing, art, all those things, like, it's about expressing yourself in your kind of way. That's why that's the coolest thing about skateboard culture. Like, everyone is accepted because everyone is different and everybody knows how hard it is to actually do all the tricks. So we all have been at level 1 where you learn how to ollie, where you learn how to kickflip, pop shove it, 180, all that. You know what I'm saying? So when people struggle with doing an ollie or struggling with a kickflip, whatever the trick may be, we've all been there, and we get as hype if you make it. Like, we get hyped for you as much as we would get hyped on someone who's really good and tries to make, I don't know, like a super hard trick, you know, a switch hard flip down some stairs or something. Like, the battle, like, we all understand it's a battle. Like, whatever trick it may be, like whatever obstacle it may be, like, it doesn't matter. That's the coolest thing about skateboarding. Like, the culture in skateboarding is so accepting. And it's so, like, maybe you don't think that, like, because it may not look like that, like from the outside. But that's what it is. And every true skater knows that. Every true skater knows that. So, yeah, if you're not skateboarding, you should start. Because, like, the mindset you develop as well is unreal. Like, for example, you may look at at an obstacle or a trick or something and think it's impossible to do it, but then you try, and the further you go, the more it opens up the possibility of you making it, you know. So essentially, like, after a while, like, for me, I don't see anything is as impossible. Like, not everything is possible. I might not know how to do it, but it's still possible, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's not, nothing is impossible. Like, that's how it is. Like, nothing is impossible. I don't care what you think. That hook is pulling through the canvas. Where's the other one? There. But yeah, nothing is impossible. Nothing is impossible. And that's the coolest thing with skateboarding, that you get that mental, that mindset, you know, that mental frame. Like, I remember one time I was in the skate park with a few of my homies. We skated all day, like 12 hours, you know. And this was like late. It was probably around 10, 11 at night or in the evening. And like, we had been drinking a little bit too and had our own little party, you know. And we were the last ones in the skate park. And I was like, I just want to do a 50-50 on that flat bar. And like, I had never tried it before. But like, it had been bothering me because I wanted it. I had been wanting to do it for so long. And now, a little bit drunk, a little bit high, I was like, man, let me try that. Let me try it just once. Like, I have to try it, you know. And I tried it, and I fell. And then I was like, whoa, that wasn't so hard. That wasn't, like, I didn't die. So let's do it again. And I tried, 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 and I tried. I tried at least 100 times, and I'm not joking. Like, I went from one side, fell, to that way, came back, fell, went this way, back, fell. Like I did that 100 times, at least 100 times. I'm not kidding. I'm not kidding. Like for real, like at least 100 attempts, at least. Like I was, yeah, it was crazy. And then I made one. And I was like, yo, that feeling. My friends, they were celebrating because they've been sitting there waiting for me to just make it because we were going to leave. But I was like, let me just get this one. It took me, took me 100 tries, I promise. And as I made it. And then I went back. Like, I did the front 50 on the flat bar, landed, skated that way, came back, did a front 50, landed it. It was the best feeling, bro. And yeah, that's skateboarding for you. Like I said, it might take you 100 tries. But it doesn't matter. Like that, when you land that trick after all those tries, holy moly, guacamole, bro. Like that feeling, I don't know if there is something that can beat that feeling. You know what I'm saying? Because you're living on a high for so long. And it's like when you've had a good skate day, how you measure a good skate day is how much your body is aching. Like that's basically how you measure if you had a good skate day. If you're laying in bed at night and you're like, fuck, my body is aching, it hurts, then you know you had a good day. You know it. That was a successful day. Because that means you skated. You didn't just sit around. You actually did something. You skated. Ah, fuck, my neck, man. Oh yeah, this black, it eats the paint. But it is what it is. It is what it is. Yeah, what challenges? I don't know. I would like to do some kind of challenge for YouTube as well, like videos, making like a video a day or something for 30 days. I think that would be good. But here comes the excuses. Like when I work my other job, I work for like 12 hours a day. So it's hard to make time to come here. But who knows? If it was a challenge, maybe I would do it because I found time to train. You know what I'm saying? I found time to do 75 hard. There's no problem. Like it's all about how much you want it, you know, essentially. How much you want it. Like if you really want something, you make it. You find a way. That's the thing. You take your time and you find your way. Right? But if you don't want it enough, then you don't do it. Then you find excuses instead. And it's really easy to find excuses. Like, I'm a victim of it. I bet you guys are too. Oh, man, my neck. You know what's cool about skateboarding too is that, you know, it originated from like outsiders or outcasts doing it. You know, it wasn't cool to skateboard. Today it's cool to skateboard, but back in the day it wasn't cool. Like, it was only the outsiders, the outcasts, who were doing it. So, and they weren't doing it because they wanted to look cool. You know what I mean? Because it wasn't cool. They just did it. I don't know, everyone had their different reasons, I guess, but they did it because they liked it, you know? And they developed their own style. And like, even though, like, that's the thing, like, even if you like someone's style, and even if you know, want to skate like somebody else, you will still develop your own style, but it might mirror someone else's style a bit, you know what I mean? But like, you can't be a straight biter, you know what I mean? Like, that's not possible. So that's really cool about skateboarding too. Like, of course there's posers, or of course there's biters, but like, you learn to be authentic. You learn to be yourself and be okay with being yourself. And you don't want to be someone else because you like who you are. You know what I mean? Like, that's like, everyone should go for authenticity. It's like, that's like the highest frequency you can operate in. So everyone should do that, but a lot of people, they don't have the courage to be themselves, which is sad. Like, I've had a problem with being like everyone else, and I think that comes from skating. I'm not sure, but it probably comes from a lot of different things in my life, because I was so different from everyone else, or I had a different upbringing than everyone else in my city, in my surroundings. Like, there was no one, and I still don't know anyone who have it or who had it like I had it. And I'm not talking about I was poor or, you know, like that. That's not what I'm saying. But like, I had a special upbringing, and yeah, there was no one. I still don't know anyone like around the world who had it like me. I know there are people who had it like me. I know I'm not the only one, but like, I haven't met anyone. So, you know, I think that made me not want to be like everyone else. Like, when people, you know, with like clothing and stuff like that, like when everybody dressed the same, that just makes me not want to dress like that. Like, I hate that shit. Like if a lot of like if like I can't wear Gucci, I can't wear definitely not Balenciaga. But like I wouldn't want to wear that because of like because everyone's wearing that thinking you're cool because you wear that. You know, you're not. You're just not, you know? That just shows you that you're a pawn. Because you have no style, you have no... Like, I'm not trying to, even if I am, like, I'm not trying to, what's the right word? Make anyone feel small? No. I'm not trying to bash on anyone for wearing Gucci or Prada or whatever, Balenciaga. If you're wearing Balenciaga, you should rethink, because the pedophilia shit is not cool. But anyways, yeah, like I couldn't wear, if I was the first one to wear it, then it was a different thing. Or like me and my friends were the first ones. But like when everyone does it, nah, that's not for me. I know I'm just rambling also, because I'm trying to trace where that thought came from or what I was talking about. Yeah, authenticity. Forget. I'm just rambling. Forget what I'm saying. But yeah, authenticity is the frequency you should work from. Because that's the real you, you know what I'm saying? Like, it doesn't matter what you do. Like, if you're authentic, like, people will respect you for that. So a lot of people are just pawns or sheep, you know, following the herd, doing what everybody else did. We saw that during, you know, a time that changed humanity forever. But yeah, you should be authentic. Should be a Ronin. Like, that's my new thing, Ronin. Being a Ronin. That's why I love Japan as well. Like the samurai, the masterless samurai. You know? He is his own master. He doesn't answer to a what's it called? Shogun? The only one he's answering to is himself and God, I guess, which is a part of him. It's a part of you, all of you, all of us. Ronins. That's my new thing, like I said. If you don't have a master to to answer to. You're a Ronin. Like a modern day Ronin. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to disrespect the culture of samurais and stuff, but like a modern day Ronin, in my opinion, I guess, that's someone who walks his own path, who doesn't, you know, he's doing what he wants or she wants. If he takes right, he takes right. If he want to take right, he takes right. Even if everyone else is taking a left, you know? That's a Ronin. That's a modern day Ronin. He built his own he creates his own destiny. He's self-made, maybe. Or maybe. He could be, you know. You don't have to be, but I'd say a lot of Ronins, modern day Ronins, are self-made. Like Nipsey Hussle said, I'm self-made, meaning I design myself. You know, I just thought about something. In order for you to do what you want to do, you have to do what you want to do. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't wait for permission. You just have to do what you want to do. And I know it sounds obvious, but sometimes it isn't, you know? Like you think like, I just want to do this, I just want to do that. Like I said yesterday, I want to go to Japan. But in order for me to go to Japan, I just have to go to Japan. I just have to book a trip to Japan. It's that simple, you know? And I bet you're sitting there like, yeah, that's true, like, obviously. But like, the same as like, I know a lot of people, they think like, oh, I don't know what to do with my life, I don't know what to do. Like, I want to do this thing, I want to do YouTube, but I don't know what to do. I don't know how to. I don't know how I can make it happen. Like, you think too much. You just have to do. Like, get a camera and start filming. Like, the content can change. Like, it doesn't matter. You know what I mean? What matters is that you do it. You know? Like, for example, let's say I want to make money on YouTube. Like, I can't make money on YouTube if I don't make YouTube videos. Like, it's that simple. It's just that simple. So whatever it is you want to do, you just have to do it. You know, you might say, but Kevin, it costs money, this and that. Well, then maybe you don't want it that much. If you don't want to sacrifice what you have to sacrifice to do it, you know what I mean? Like, I had to commit to this. I had to start my own company. I had to buy a camera. Like, I could put my money in a lot of different things. But I was like, fuck it, you know? If you don't try, you will never know. You know what I mean? So, trying is cool. cool to try. Because you get to know yourself a lot better. And you realize again that nothing is impossible. You know what I mean? Like you can do whatever you put your mind to, as long as you want to. If you want it enough, you'll do it. But maybe you don't want it enough, and that's okay too. You know what I mean? Like, I want to learn how to drift cars, right? But I don't want it enough to where I go buy myself a drift car. You know what I mean? So I like the idea of learning how to drift, but I don't want it as much as I want to paint right now, because then I would do that instead of sitting here, right? I would, instead of starting a business and doing all this, I would buy myself a car. I was actually looking at a car last winter or this winter, like during Christmas, last Christmas. Like I was looking at cars that I can turn into drift cars, but I didn't want it enough. You know what I mean? I still want to drift though, like one day I will do it. Like that's one of the things I want to try in Japan. Like I saw something about you can take some courses there or something and you learn how to drift and stuff like that. And I know you can do that in Sweden too, but it would be cooler to do in Japan. You know what I mean? It just would be cooler. So if you want something, you just have to do it, and you'll find your way. You know what I mean? Like you'll find your way. Like especially when you commit to it, then it's like now I have to find a way to do it. You know what I mean? But that's the hardest part, to commit. That's the hardest part in anything you do, is to commit. Commit to a trick, commit to a relationship, commit to a job, commit to a trip. That's the hardest. sometimes that's what you have to do. Like you have to burn the boats in order for it to happen, you know? Like the point of no return is so powerful. Like you will make it. Like that's when you will make it. You know what I'm saying? Like there's no plan B. Like it's either that thing or die. You'll find your way. That I can promise you. I don't know, maybe I should have used some medium in this, because like just water and color is, I don't know if I like the texture really. I'm doing it now. Going on a snowboard trip soon to Rick's Grants, and I haven't been there since 2022. Stayed a whole month there in a tent. Like it's pretty crazy how you can get done with things. Like I used to work there. I worked there for about 5 seasons. It's like an hour away from here, or 2 hours maybe, 1.5. But I still haven't been there since 2022. It's like the snowboard mecca of Sweden, or maybe of the world as well. Like it's such a dope place to snowboard, because it's so natural. Like it's like a natural park. Like you don't have rails and stuff, but there's wind lips everywhere, like jumps everywhere. Like, it's a pretty famous place. If you're a snowboarder or skier and you don't know, if you haven't heard about Riksgränsen, you should look it up, because it's a cool place. Like every year there's this thing called banked slalom, like a snowboard competition, get together thing. It's actually this weekend, and like there's snowboarders from all over the world comes, and it's like a like such a get together, because like you snowboard together. So it's like on the border of Norway, so you can ski and snowboard like this, like Sweden, Norway, Sweden, Norway, Sweden, Norway. You know, it's pretty cool. But like a lot of people, or not a lot of people, well, yeah, but like there's this thing that where everyone goes up with the last lift for the day, like all the snowboarders, and then you go together over to Norway. Because on the Norway side, that's where you have like the really dope, like natural terrain, like natural park terrain. So that's cool. It's super fun. Last time I was there, we did that. Like, painting is kind of weird, or not weird, but it's kind of cool how, like, you take a brush or you take color and you do different lines, and eventually you will have a picture. Like, that's pretty cool, actually. You know what I'm saying? In art school, my thing was not painting. My thing was like poetry, and well, I painted as well. Like, I always liked to paint, but I was not like good at it. You know what I mean? So like for our last exhibition, I asked my principal, because she's like a famous artist in Sweden. I asked her what like my thing should be, and she said poetry. Because that was like mind-blowing or breathtaking. Like, my paintings weren't breathtaking, but my poetry was like, whoa. That's what she said. And I felt it too. Like, you know when you feel like, oh yeah, this is good, like this is above average, like this actually is something. Like, that's how I felt with poetry. But I've always enjoyed painting because it's relaxing and soothing. Alright guys, I think that's it for today. I'm gonna edit this video, upload it, all that. I don't know what time it is, but my headache is still there. Maybe I should drink some water. But yeah, it was nice to come in today again. Tomorrow I'll get some new hooks, some shelves. Thursday I'm probably picking up a couch, so I'm looking forward to that. And yeah, during the weekend I'm gonna try the TV, watch a movie in here, chill out, do all that. Alright guys, peace out, see you in the next one.